On July 20th, 1969, humanity made a giant leap. Or did it? What if the greatest achievement in human history was nothing more than a brilliantly staged illusion? Strap in. Tonight we dive into one of the most enduring conspiracy theories of all time. Was the moon landing faked? The conspiracy that refuses to die. It's been over 50 years, yet millions still question it. According to a 2019 poll by YouGov, 10% of Americans believe the Apollo 11 landing was staged. But why? The theory gained traction in the late 70s thanks to a man named Bill Kaysing, a former NASA contractor, who published a book titled "We Never Went to the Moon." With no scientific background, Kaysing claimed NASA faked the entire mission due to fear of failure. The evidence that fuels the fire. Conspiracy theorists point to 5 pieces of evidence they claim prove it was all shot on a soundstage. First are the waving flag. How, in the vacuum of space, does a flag ripple? NASA explained it wasn't waving, it was crumpled from being twisted into place. The inertia caused the motion. Second, the lack of stars. Where are the stars in those lunar photos? The answer lies in exposure. The camera was set for daylight, the sunlit surface, not the faint starlight. Third, multiple shadows at odd angles. Many say this proves artificial lighting, but experts argue the lunar surface being uneven naturally bends and splits shadows. Fourth, identical backgrounds in different locations. In 2 Apollo images, mountains look identical despite claims they were taken miles apart. Yet NASA says the terrain near the landing site was relatively flat. The same mountains appear from slightly different angles. Fifth, the deadly Van Allen radiation belts. Conspiracists claim astronauts would have been fried, but scientists explain the spacecraft passed through the belts quickly, receiving only a small, non-lethal dose of radiation. Stanley Kubrick and the Hollywood theory. One of the wildest theories? That legendary director Stanley Kubrick helped film the moon landing. Why? Because his 1968 film 2001, A Space Odyssey, was visually ahead of its time. Theorists claim he was recruited by NASA to replicate lunar visuals on Earth. Some even point to cryptic symbolism in his later film, The Shining, like the Apollo 11 sweater worn by the child Danny. But there's zero concrete evidence. Kubrick never commented on the claims. His widow called them nonsense. Real evidence that we did go. Now let's examine the hard evidence, the kind you can't shoot in a studio. Moon rocks. NASA brought back 382 kilograms of moon rock from 6 missions. These samples have been studied by scientists worldwide and contain isotopic compositions not found on Earth. Retroreflectors. Apollo missions placed laser reflectors on the moon's surface. Even today, scientists bounce lasers off them and receive signals back. Third-party verification. The Soviet Union, America's Cold War rival, tracked Apollo 11. If the US had faked the landing, the USSR would have exposed it immediately. Modern images. NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter has photographed the Apollo landing sites, with visible rover tracks, footprints, and even the lunar modules. Why people still believe it was faked. So if all this evidence exists, why do people still doubt? It's psychological. Moon hoax theories flourish because of mistrust in authority, media manipulation fears, and the seductive power of secret knowledge. And let's be honest, the grainy footage, eerie silence, and surreal visuals feel almost too perfect, too cinematic. Could the moon landing have been faked by thousands of people across decades with no single leak or proof ever surfacing? Or is the conspiracy itself the illusion, a way to rewrite history in a world that craves drama over data? One thing is certain, the moon landing wasn't just a technological feat, it was a psychological one. A giant leap not only for mankind, but for imagination itself. And whether you believe the flag was real, or just flapping in fiction, the story will forever echo across time. So, what do you believe? Was it all a lie, or the truth denied by doubters? If you made it this far, you're one of the curious few, but the mystery doesn't end here. But before you go, smash that like button if you're questioning reality. Share this with someone who dares to dig deeper. And subscribe, because the truth, it's about to get stranger.